Good evening. This is a special request video response for Annika of Nobody Here. She posted this card that you see before you as her card of the day the other day from her Osho Transformation Tarot deck. And I saw it and recognized it immediately, but I have its predecessor, the Rajneesh Neo Tarot, which I'm just about to slide into view here carefully because I've got my camera precariously propped in front of me. This came out in 1983 when the Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh was still a thing before he was sort of rebranded as Osho. And, well, you see how tatty it is. I bought this off a genuine red-garbed Rajneeshi on the streets of Seattle, either in 1983 or 1984, I can't quite remember. And I have absolutely loved it ever since, to the point where I had to, in order to preserve the little white book that came with it, I had to sort of cover it with strips of plastic to keep it from sort of eventually disintegrating, as I feared it would. I just put some red plastic on the spine to keep it in one piece. But what I commented at the time was that although I recognized the story that was being told about this card, it was slightly different. Obviously, it's all been sort of updated and rewritten. It's probably, I'm guessing, a much more substantial book goes with the newer deck. But Annika expressed an interest in hearing what was in my book, so I'm going to share that with you now. So, are we all set? Good. Here we go. 44. Desire. It is time for you to stop seeking outside yourself for that which would make you happy. Look inside. There is a very famous Sufi story. An emperor was coming out of his palace for his morning walk when he met a beggar. He asked the beggar, "What do you want?" The beggar laughed and said, "You are asking as if you can fulfill my desire." The king was offended. He said, "Of course I can fulfill your desire. What is it? You just tell me." And the beggar said, "Think twice before you promise anything." The beggar was no ordinary beggar. He was the emperor's past life master, and he had promised in that life, "I will come and try to wake you in your next life. This life you have missed, but I will come again." But the king had forgotten completely. Who remembers past lives? So he insisted, "I will fulfill anything you ask. I am a very powerful emperor. What can you possibly desire that I cannot give you?" The beggar said, "It is a very simple desire. You see this begging bowl? Can you fill it with something?" The emperor said, "Of course." He called one of his viziers and told him, "Fill this man's begging bowl with money." The vizier went and got some money and poured it into the bowl, and it disappeared. And he poured more and more, and the moment he would pour it, it would disappear. And the begging bowl remained always empty. The whole palace gathered. By and by the rumor went throughout the capital, and a huge crowd gathered. The prestige of the emperor was at stake. He said to his viziers, "If the whole kingdom is lost, I am ready to lose it, but I cannot be defeated by this beggar." Diamonds and pearls and emeralds, his treasuries were becoming empty. That begging bowl seemed to be bottomless. Everything that was put into it, everything, immediately disappeared, went out of existence. Finally it was evening, and people were standing there in utter silence. The king dropped at the feet of the beggar and admitted his defeat. He said, "Just tell me one thing. You are victorious, but before you leave, just fulfill my curiosity. What is this begging bowl made of?" The beggar laughed and said, "It is made of the human mind." There is no secret. It is simply made of human desire. This understanding transforms life. Go into one desire. What is the mechanism of it? First, there is great excitement, great thrill, adventure. You feel a great kick. Something is going to happen. You are on the verge of it. And then you have the car, you have the yacht, you have the house, you have the woman, and suddenly all is meaningless again. What happens? Your mind has dematerialized it. The car is standing in the drive, but there is no excitement anymore. The excitement was only in getting it. You became so drunk with the desire that you forgot your inner nothingness. Now, the desire fulfilled, the car in the drive, the woman in your bed, the money in your bank account. Again, excitement disappears. Again, the emptiness is there, ready to eat you up. Again, you have to create another desire to escape from this yawning abyss. That's how one goes on moving from one desire to another desire. That's how one remains a beggar. Your whole life proves it again and again. Every desire frustrates. And when the goal is achieved, you will need another desire. The day you understand that desire as such is going to fail comes the turning point in your life. The other journey is inwards. Move inwards. Come back home. So there you go, Annika. I hope you found that interesting. That was kind of fun to do. And I look forward to seeing some more of your videos and some more of these cards. I do love them. Take care. Bye.